Hello again, and welcome to Dead Pen Solutions. I have another time lapse for an illustration today that I wanted to tell you about. First off, I'll start by telling you this was a part of a collection of practice pieces. Originally, I'd done a series of rough drawings trying to create compositions. I had listened to an album, and at the start of a new song, I would begin a new image, drawing what the sound had made me feel in the moment. When the song had concluded, I would stop the drawing and then move on to the next. It's a fun exercise that stretches your speed, imagination, and flexibility a bit. Sadly, I didn't catch any of this process, and I am sorry for that. For the part of the process you're going to see here, I decided to do another exercise. Sometimes I have difficulty working with colors and making choices, so I did this to eliminate that as much as possible. I went online to find several color scheme generators and made a few schemes to work from. I wanted to work with only these colors and black and white. I had a hard time choosing one set that I had liked for a color scheme. Found one that I had felt fit the rough that I drew fairly well, and I chose not to blend any of the colors so I would have solid blocks and lines, and that decided my overall style. I wanted the man in the foreground largely colored blue for his own coldness and represented that with the light from the window at night. Same as much of the rest of the room as either that same cold color or neutral gray. The character in the background I chose to have the warmer and brighter colors as a symbol of vengeance coming for the man in the foreground. I started first by slightly refining shapes and blocking in some of the colors to see if the idea had legs. The legs looked stumpy, but they would walk. I'd created a new layer and just worked in black and white at first. I wanted the patterns and placement to read well before I started with any of the colors. Shortly after this point, I'd stepped away for a bit to get fresh eyes. Once I was happy with the further refined shapes, I made then another layer to be the final layer, filled it all with black once again, and went to work. I went one color at a time, just focusing on the outlines at first. After I get all of my fills done, I go back for one last glance over. Check the edges, little tweaks here and there. This drawing really favored how I prefer to work one focus at a time. After all is said and done, I'm happy with the end results. I feel I accurately made the style I was aiming for, the colors I chose and the placement of them all suit the mood. I hope you enjoy the final result. If you have any thoughts, notes, or alternatives, or some constructive commentary, feel free to comment below. I want to improve in the art I present, and that goes best when I understand what people see. If you want a longer look at the finished product, I'll have a link below to it in the description. Have a good day, and thanks for joining me at Dead Pen Solutions.